And friends, I'm really happy and delighted to be here, and thank you again for your hospitality. You will see I don't have any slide. I just prepared in my head my story that I would like to tell you, to try to motivate you and to increase your interest in geriatric medicine. How is my story built up? It is built up out of several phases. So Professor Benetos, who was the first speaker, a very good friend of mine for many years now, told you one detail, but he went very fast further with his story. He was born in Greece and then moved to France. I was born in Belgrade, which was the capital of former Yugoslavia. My Slavic name explains you that. And then when I studied medicine, at a certain moment of my life, I received a scholarship of Flemish government and moved to Belgium with that scholarship to study further medicine and later on geriatrics. Several small reflections with regard to that. So you would say nowadays it's usual to go from one country to another to proceed with your career and your life there. But I think it's very important because if you would like to succeed in another environment, in another country, you have to possess certain capacities. You have to be curious, you have to be open-minded, you have to be open-hearted also, and you have to be persistent. You have to be persistent in order to succeed. You have to learn new language, you have to learn new people, new neighbors, new colleagues. It is very important. So it is very much important to have self-confidence, not to be afraid, to see the life as a challenge. Every day brings something else, and every day is a new challenge. Even in the case when the days are not so, I would say, delightful, every day brings you a new experience. So at a certain moment, I moved to Belgium when I finished internal medicine, general internal medicine, and later on geriatrics, because geriatrics was actually existing in Belgium as a special competence of internal medicine, but not as a particular specialty from the late 80s. And later on, much later on, in 2007, it became an independent specialty. So nowadays, I'm working as a full professor of geriatrics at the University of Ghent in the Flemish part of Belgium, because Belgium is a complex country. There are two parts, French-speaking and a Dutch-speaking part. Our university is situated in a Dutch-speaking part of the country. It's the second largest university of Belgium. And it was founded in 1817. So last year, we celebrated 200th anniversary of our university. Just to give you a brief information how big the university is, it has more than 40,000 students and more than 9,000 professors and other people involved in the university activities. And our faculty of medicine in the University of Ghent has 200 professors. And there are only, at the moment, at our university, 3 people who have academic career in geriatric medicine. So just to situate you where the geriatric is within that global academic community of our university. So we every day have to, let's say, to do a lot of effort to keep geriatric really as a recognized, not only clinical, but also academic discipline. The second phase, so that was the first phase and a little bit the situation, how is it now. But the second very important phase of my professional life was started in, let's say, in 2002, when we, together with Atanas, attended the European Academy of Medicine of Aging. European Academy of Medicine of Aging was established in 1995 by several academicians in the field of geriatrics from Switzerland, the Netherlands, UK. And the opportunity was there because from the very beginning of my professional career, I was interested in the academic aspects of medicine. So I got the opportunity to go there, and it is a course of 2 years, and each year you have 2 weeks, one in January, another one in June. And Yulia Viktorovna and Olga Nikolaevna are now chosen to join European Academy for Medicine of Aging, which is really an excellent and crucial experience. And it was also in my life. Why was that? Because you were there able to learn a lot, to see what really academic geriatrics is and could be. And moreover, there was an opportunity to meet people from different countries, to establish and develop friendships, professional collaborations. And you can see, together with Atanas, but there are also many colleagues from our class, to say so, with whom we really have almost to say very close, very warm friendship, but above that we have also very fruitful scientific and productive scientific activity. And together we are together on the board of European Geriatric Medicine Society. That's also to a great extent thanks to that course, to that experience in the European Academy of Medicine of Aging. So from that moment on, it is almost 16 years ago, my professional and scientific career got another new boost. And also on a local level, but on an international level, we tried to, I would say, to disperse the knowledge of geriatrics, experience of academic geriatrics, to involve younger people, to motivate younger people, younger colleagues to collaborate. Because what is also important today, from the point of view of academic geriatrics, you cannot anymore do the research in your own laboratory with 2 or 3, I would say, next collaborators. You have to be really open-minded, and as I told you in the beginning, open-hearted, to learn new people from different countries, to collaborate around certain topics and ideas with as many people as possible, and preferably as many as possible international colleagues, because you learn from each other at any age and also at any stage of your life. What is also important, because working as an academician, I have, I would say, 3 aspects of my activity. One is, of course, teaching. In that aspect, it is very important to remain curious, also to motivate younger people by your own curiosity, because we all know about guidelines, about rules, about systems who are a little bit rigid everywhere in each and every country. But what is important, as an intelligent person, you have also to be critical. You have to be critical towards the system and towards the rules. And as I told you yesterday in the session together with UGMS, there are rules to be respected, but there are also rules to be criticized if you would like to go further on. So that's what I try to transfer to our students. Be polite, oblige the rules, but be curious and be critical. Be critical, go in discussion even with your professors, with your colleagues, with everyone, in order to create new ideas. So the first aspect is teaching. The second one is research. As I told you, also new ideas, as many colleagues as possible, in order to have a kind of intellectual consortium, because if we are with very few people, we cannot reach the goal so easily than if we are with a larger group. And one of the ideas of the European research today is to have scientific consortia and to collaborate together. And the third one aspect, also Atanas pointed out, is of course the clinical aspect. So we speak, all of us speak about evidence-based medicine, But evidence-based medicine, you can rely on it to a certain extent, but in geriatrics, each and every patient is a different person. So you have also to have communication skills. You have to have empathy, to be a kind of psychologist also, and to see each and every person as a new challenge. Because not only the person, but the family surrounding of the patient can be different. So you have to be prepared, to be flexible, to have patience to explain sometimes very difficult prognosis and diagnosis to your patient. So 3 aspects of the activity are very important. And what is also interesting in geriatrics, you work in a team. So you are not alone. You work in a team with nurses, psychologists, physical therapist, occupational therapy. It is also a challenge. So you have, as I told you in the beginning, to be open-hearted, open-minded, to accept also some advices from nurses, from other colleagues, because you are, as a physician, you are not a god. You are just one part of the team. It's also very typical for geriatric medicine. So I don't know how far I am with it. One, be open-minded, be open-hearted, be curious, and be critical also in your everyday life. Thank you.
Спасибо большое.